And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. All that and more coming up next.
From the home of the 12s, they raised the banner just a moment ago. We are set for football at Lumen Field here a mile south of downtown Seattle. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28 for the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense ready to go to work, and they'll do so behind Daniel Jones in his 6th season now out of Duke.
And he's coming off an injury-shortened season where he only played in 6 games, going 1-5 over that span, with just 3 total touchdowns on the year. But the Giants have a lot of confidence in him. They didn't draft a quarterback this year, and they're looking for him to bounce back and prove that last year was an anomaly.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Draymond Jones showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up. Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. $35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Geno now to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Smith. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Jones. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A handoff on the option to Singletary. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second and goal from the 1. Singletary is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now Geno. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
And if that run looks familiar to you by Walker, it should. You saw it at Wake Forest, at Michigan State, and in the NFL here with Seattle. A nice start to his career, totaling a little over 2,400 yards from scrimmage and 18 touchdowns in his first 2 seasons.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a yard. And Walker once more. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now it's Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. A bad 3rd down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on 4th down, now they lose it. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down. Let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Buying time to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Uchenna from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. That one taken in by Neighbors. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's got this complete to Robinson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Joseph now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Jalen Hyatt with a touchdown catch to end the drive. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Smith. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
This 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna-Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From just shy of midfield, Jones into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And going right back to Walker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Smith now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a tackle there by Micah McFadden.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing now is Geno. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing Jones. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Steps away to his left. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And some room to run now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a 4th-quarter lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Ochita Nwosu getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Boye Mafe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Into the hands of Singletary.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Walker with another carry.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third and 12. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it.
And
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from